about to blast it. Hold on to your butts. Tuned in mid-negative, Jesse. Now this is a standard 7-string, and when I do stuff like this, I just drop the low string down to A, just a little drop tuning. Using straight into the phone. So what I have noticed is, like, when I make my little shorts and reels and stuff, I do try to muffle the microphone on the phone. I have no real equipment or anything like that at all. I am not left-handed. It is just a reversed video. But no, yeah, it's just directly into the iPhone, whatever the newest iPhone is, the 16. It's like them bones if they like tuned in drop A. shit that's all over the place. I don't even know if I could isolate a genre anymore. When I was younger, when a lot of the metalcore stuff was coming out. I mean, I grew up like on classic stuff, a lot of southern rock and shit like that. But as I got older, I got into metalcore, a lot of death metal, like early death metal, Morbid Angel, early Cannibal Corpse, stuff like that. Now I am all over the map. I'll listen to pretty much anything. Thank you very much, Jesse. With this, I really don't know what my goal is with all this. I'm just having a good time, but I want it to sound good. I want people to enjoy it. I don't know Holy Wars. I've never been a big Megadeth guy. I respect the band. I never got into it. It was a little hokey for me. It was like a gimmicky band. I don't know. I grew up on Metallica, so it was a really hard crossover to really get into Megadeth. I love Dave Mustaine. I love Holy Wars. I love a lot of their songs. I don't get into it the same that I do. Story about this guitar. It's my first 7-string, but I live in Louisiana, so I've lost everything I've owned many times to hurricanes, and this is an actual hurricane replacement back in 2020 when kind of muddy. Yeah, it's I'm trying to work that kind of stuff out, Alice. I mean, I'm trying to learn how to do all this and still have fun and enjoy it. So I'm working on it, I promise. A lot of it's just how it translates into the phone. So I actually lost a handful of guitars in Hurricane Laura, and this was one of my insurance replacements. It's a bittersweet thing to lose your guitars, and I do love this guitar. I love the way it looks, I love the way it feels. I've loved it ever since I got it, but it is very hard to accept that you have to replace all of your guitars. Thank you, Alice. it off to the side of the amp, Jesse. And thank you very much. Thank you for telling me it sounds good. The song One by Metallica. Six strings, I'll be able to do it. This one always kind of screws me up with the 7 string. I'm not the greatest player ever, but. It's not a bolt-on. Neck through. I love my LTDs, man. Let me show you another one I have that I also love very much. Especially if you buy an LTD in the 1000 series, you're getting a real quality guitar for sure. This is my Alexi. I've never had it. I'm not against it. I've just never had one. I grew up with a lot of LTDs and Epiphones, and now that I'm older, I have a couple of Gibsons and LTDs. I'm sick with those. Mainly just play the LTDs live, actually. actually put the I put the Alexi pickup in here, so it has like the afterburner with the gain boost. This is what it sounds like without that's without the extra gain. Do it, Jesse, do it. Roll that motherfucker up. Mesa Boogie since I was a kid. Whenever I first felt the power of a Mesa, I knew at some point in my life, no matter what I had to do, I was getting a Mesa. And a friend of mine had a single rectifier when we were growing up that he got, and I was so jealous. And I actually found this one. Some guy was selling it in a city north of me, and he sold me this entire thing. He sold me the triple rec with the cab and everything for $1,500. I was like, I will drive however many hours you need me to, sir. And went and bought it almost immediately. Also, this guitar, I don't know how old you guys are, but when I was a kid, we didn't get the internet until, hell, I was like probably 16 years old. So all we had was Musician's Friend magazines. And for years and years and years, I saw the Gibson Gothic series in there. And I kept telling myself that one day I'll be able to afford this guitar. I think it was like $1,000 back then. And shit, about 2 or 3 years ago, I found this on Reverb, and I was in love with it as soon as it came in. It plays so good. I love the finish. I love everything about it. Be careful. What time you get off? 9. I'll be there. I'm gonna say the Warrior. I am not a Fender fan at all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get shit for that. I'm getting scoffed at right now. Not a huge Fender guy. They make quality instruments, but I sure don't know that one, Reaper. See, it's been forever since I've even researched equipment. I had no idea that was even a Jackson. Even though you told me a few minutes ago that all you have is Jacksons, didn't retain it whatsoever. I'm hardly there half the time. Later. Last week, because I want the Explorer version of this guitar, but I love this guitar so much. I don't know, Shoot to Thrill, and thank you for saying I'm good. I'm really out of practice, and this is my way of trying to get myself to play more by putting stuff online. So the key is just every day. You gotta keep playing your guitar. You gotta touch it every day. You gotta play a little bit in This is kind of like my motivation to touch my stuff a lot more. I played for a really long time and ended up, as I got older, I touched my guitars less and less and less. Just very recently, in the last year or two, probably 2 or 3 years, I'd say actually, I really started to play more and more, and now I'm almost to the point where I'm back to every day. But it's something that you don't really realize you miss it until it's gone. I do like Gibson. I have always wanted like a real deal, like custom Les Paul. Don't have one yet, but I do like these Gibsons I have now. These are 2001s. And I don't know what it is about that era. I have heard that in the late 2000s, Gibson kind of did fall off the map a little bit and kind of fell off, but I don't know. But I do like these 2001s for sure. this one, when I started playing stuff live, it's not that too old of a guitar. Also another reverb find. I needed kind of like a utility guitar. I usually play live in a lot of different tunings when I play shows. So I needed something that I could kind of drop and drop or Cuban standard, whatever I needed for that day or night. This is an LTD as well. I don't remember the model number. Oh, the V401. About these V's. They were the first, I'd say oddly shaped guitar I ever got, and I love my fine V's. Other than the fact that you got to find a stand for it, I love my fine V's now. I don't know if I could actually go back to another shape anymore. Jesse. Although I will say there was a place back in time when when the technology wasn't there that you did have some standouts and you had some stuff that you had to guitar wise and amp wise and everything else wise that made your tone and made your sounds kind of stand out. But nowadays with technology, you are 100% correct. The playing field is pretty much getting even. Up with it and how much it changes. Try one of the Marshall high games, like the old DSL or TSLs. I've never played on one. I would try it, but I gotta have my high game. This is an 81 EMG, and it's not an 85. I want to say it's two 81s, but I know it's an 81 in the bridge position, so it's kind of like the standard, metal EMG style stuff. I might as well show you all the other guitar too. This is the only one that I've changed the pickups out on. This is another one of the Gothic series Gibsons. Don't ever get old. And this is kind of like the same EMGs essentially, but this is an 81 and an 85, just a Zach Wildset. This is the only one that I've changed from stock. I don't know. Lay it down. Play some what? ZZ Top? We don't play that shit in Louisiana. We don't fuck with hurricanes. Every time we have a storm coming, I always play that for everyone I work with. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Thank you very much. False warning. Jesse, you know what? There's no better time than now. Go for it, buddy. The worst ideas are the ones that never come to fruition. I think you would kill at something like that. If you did a show a week and just did like a live where you had people come on, you know, predetermine who they're going to be and just talk about gear, just talk about all kind of stuff, you would fucking kill it. See you later, guys. I don't know any, I think, isn't that Five Finger Death Punch? I don't really know any of them. or know how to play any of them. If I was good enough to play, okay, I feel like I could pretty much sit down and learn anything over time, but I don't feel like I could do Stevie Ray Vaughan justice. That's a whole tone thing, and that's a whole feeling thing that I need a lot more blues to be able to understand. Thank you very much, Jesse. And I struggle with it. If I would have kept going as a kid, like when I stopped playing, I say as a kid, well, late teens, early 20s, when I finally got to the point where I was just working more than having time to do it, I felt like that was my peak at the time for sure, and I haven't even got back to that yet. So slowly but surely, like I said, just giving me some motivation to touch the guitar every day and play a little something every day. It's slowly starting to come back, and I'm trying to break all the bad habits that I've kind of taught myself. Man, right now I'm listening to a lot of stuff like Corrosion of Conformity. I love Down. I'm kind of like in this stoner metal, doom metal type phase, which is crazy because it's such a, I don't want to say simple. It's not a simple genre, but it's just a very repetitive, droning type, song process. And I'm in a phase right now where like stuff like Sleep, Down, Crowbar, a lot of Louisiana sludge style bands I love right now. Love Caius, not a fan of Queens of the Stone Age. Not a huge fan at all. I'm really happy to see the whole pentagram thing's kind of blowing up. That's kind of cool to see, kind of put a band that otherwise wouldn't have been, I don't want to say not mainstream, but in the mainstream eye. It's pretty cool to see that happening right now.
I know all these. I know of these songs, but I don't know how to play any of them. Okay, good, good. There you go, some Southern Trendkill. Something today. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I'll probably be back for the next 3 days. I'm off work for a while. So, thank you guys. It's been fun.